All right, I'm going to try and go over a super basic idea of grouping and ungrouping and what to do if you edit a group, for example, during a QC, and how you can put it back together at the end. One thing that grouping and ungrouping is really good for at the QC stage right away is, say you have chapter 17 and you want to check the tops and tails. You can ungroup it and see right at the beginning that there's a 50, a chapter name, and a 250, and then at the end there's your 350. So you know that the tops and tails were done correctly. So that's one good thing to ungroup, and then when you hit Z, it regroups. Now the other thing is, if you are QCing and you decide to make an edit somewhere, like say that you make a space smaller, you'll see that what used to be a group is now split up into two pieces. So at the end of editing a chapter, you're going to want to regroup what you edited. And the easiest way to do that is Option Command G. So however much you edit, when you finish, you click all the pieces that you edited and Option Command G will regroup them. You do lose your titling though, so you might have to rename it afterward. One thing to note when you're making edits, so for example that same edit, and you're in shuffle mode, if you hit delete, you'll see that at the end of the file you lose your chapter sync. Now if you go back to where that edit was, and you undo the edit, if before you hit delete you shift click up on the marker, you don't lose your sync. So if you're just doing double edits or duplicate audio, all you have to do is make sure that you shift click on the marker before you hit the delete key, and your grouping and all your syncing will be good. And then at the end of your session, you just go back and group it and label it. So that's the super basics of grouping and ungrouping, especially when you're editing during the QC stage. And I'll get into some more advanced things in a minute, but that's a good place to get started.